the recent Rugby World Cup, the latter stages of that were going to be offered internationally in 3D, and because of lack of interest from broadcasters, they reverted to that and changed their mind and didn't do it.
From a technology production issue, I haven't read something.
I've got to say, I mean, the move to, I think anyone who's got the HD infrastructure, and the move, if your customers demand 3D, is negligible. There's no real extra investment. There's some workflow changes to do with compliance editing and stuff like that, but the move is really simple. But I do agree with Hassan. I recently bought a 3D TV, and I've got to say, apart from the odd film, I wouldn't want to sit and watch it myself. But if the customers want it, we'll deliver it to them.
So technically, no problem. With
Absolutely
the
not.
Okay. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay. And then there's a question down the front. Yeah.
Okay, hello. I just would like to add some point that until now there is no agreement for how the marketing will go for HD. To move from the analog to digital, the DVBs they make main level, main profile, because MBIG1 was there, MBIG2 was there available, but they choose main level, main profile, and one set-top box for all the digital TV, which is make easy for all the viewer to get the channels. But now for MBIG4, we can see a lot of confusion here now. Which one I need to choose? 1080i, 1080p, which receiver? And if I'm viewer at home now and I would like to watch the MBIG4 or HD material, I should have like 5 or 6 set-top boxes in my home. So I need small monitor. So I think this is not healthy. So how we can get an agreement like DVB before?
That's one from the CEO.
Yeah, I was going to say that's definitely. Yeah, I mean you're right. You need a market for home racks.
This issue is very unique to this region because the most of the broadcasters are vertical broadcasters. We don't have a lot of platforms. We don't have digital terrestrial yet in the region. This is the issue. In other parts of the world, you can subscribe to one provider who provide you with everything you want in one package. We have here eLife and Do, but it's not the standard in the region, and that's why So you have to have 3, 4, 5 set-top boxes in your home for the couple of years until we start to see digital terrestrial
service provider
or other service providers who can give you whatever you want in one package.
I've got to say that I think that's the biggest challenge, is the lack of a standardised platform. Yeah. And I think for the CEO panel as well, I'd like to look at the question of whether there's the chance or the prospect of doing something like the FreeSat Alliance, like there is in the UK, and bringing people together to agree on a set of standards for set-top boxes, so we can flood them out and have a solid platform.
Yep, absolutely.
It's something going away in the future. I mean, the OTT or internet delivery is going to be how we get content in the future. So then content's going to come from whoever makes it to whoever consumes it over an IP time, and all of these platforms are as such going to become irrelevant.
Maybe, unless we have exclusivity in boxes or something.
I wish that this is the case. I think it will be a little bit more time to have, let's say, technology-independent platforms. I don't know if this will be, very near in the future, because even if that happens, maybe it will be suitable for, low resolution, some specific type of delivery. Adapting to all the needs for all the viewers. But this issue of standardization, it's it is something that we have to blame all of ourselves. It's not we can't just target and say, well, why don't we have standards? We have to blame all of ourselves, because we are largely to blame also ourselves. The platforms are there. But sometimes maybe we are not participating enough in those platforms. There are like broadcasting unions. There is like this HD Arab group. The gentleman asked about which standard. If you believe that, for example, in the HD Arab group, already there is a recommendation for that. Now, not all broadcasters have followed it. Well, this is unfortunate. But the situation is not really as bad as one thinks. I don't think you need 4 or 5 set-top boxes in home as we speak now. Maybe you need only 1 or 2, maybe 3, but not more.
Maybe 3. I'm afraid.
It's really, at the end of the day, it's the standards not only of how you deliver the signal, it's also of how you receive the signal. And sometimes if the standardizing body, even those set-top boxes that are allowed in a certain market, if they are made to adapt to different standards, then it is one box to the viewer. Now we know that there are boxes that can do multi-standards, and the viewer doesn't care which standard is being transmitted. He only cares that he has to use only one box. Maybe one channel will take a little longer than another channel to be viewed, but that's the case. You don't need to have, so it's really the standardization of not only the broadcasting, it's also the standardization of the receiver.
It's encryption. He's talking, I think he has 4 boxes because encryption issue, not because.
But even that can be resolved with a cam, and then you just change the cards.
Not with the Showtime one.
No, yeah, we'll definitely get to that this afternoon. So we have time for one more question down the front here.
Thank you. We are talking about the future of television. We started with SDI, which moved to HD, and now I hear that there is another super high definition after the 3D. Anyone from the city or panel discussion can give me a hint that what will be the next before I complete my building, which is now 1080p HD 3G. Please help me.
Okay. There's always, yes, it's like releasing new versions of mobile phones, isn't it? So were you talking about 4K, that sort of, yeah, okay?
I think you have made the right decision. The future for television, HD for the next maybe 10 years, I don't know. So
even more.
I think you made the right decision for 3G infrastructure.
My project still valid after 10 years because they told me the 3G is the best one.
It is the best one, as I see it for the next 10 years.
At least.
Yeah.
My advice to my friend Mr. Maroubi is enjoy it while it lasts. As soon as you find out the format, just immediately start using it. Because in a certain period of time it will go away. I mean, we keep changing our mobile phones. Then in the future we may have to also change our TVs, not after 10 or 15 years, but after 5 years. So everything will evolve naturally, and things just try to make the best benefit out of it while it is there. And before we do think that a system or a format will last for 10 to 15 years, now unfortunately it will only last for a few years. And this is this is the disadvantage of the human brain, because it keeps giving new and innovative technologies every day, and we have to live with it.
Okay, I think we need to wrap up there. We could go on for some time, but and we're due back in an hour. Yes. Okay. So. There we are, you're all invited to the next ASBU conference. No doubt details to arrive, and all the broadcasters are going to get together and sort out all the issues. I think we've had a very productive day. Very big round of applause. Thank you for our panel.
I think Broadcastpro will try and will make some sort of an effort to try and get you all together. If I can manage to get you all on your phones, it's so difficult, some of you. And we'll see if we can organize something for you all to come together and perhaps potentially think about one standard format or one standard that you all can follow. I don't know how it will work out, but probably get your CEOs involved in that conversation as well. Just a few reminders. We are a little late, but we also have ample time. We were just thinking that some of you might want to freshen up before the awards and stuff, but I hear that people think there's too much of a break between 4:30 and 7 o'clock and they don't really know what to do with it. I as a woman would have thought shopping was great, but most of us here are men, and
bad idea.
Don't think shopping is good for you all. So we'll come back in an hour. I think that's enough for lunch, and there's just one thing to say. On November 29th and 30th, there is a STEP event from Sony Technology Event for Professionals. So we just thought that we'd also use this opportunity to say that if any of you are interested in attending the exhibition or some educational seminars that Sony is holding, it's happening at the Royal Mirage Hotel, and all the details are on our website. And we also have Broadcastpro ME. You all can follow us on Twitter and stuff like that. Some of you do follow us already, but you get all the latest information on our tweets. So thank you very much once again, panelists. I think you all were really fantastic, and there was so much humor as well there. It was really nice. Thank you very much.
Vijay, I have just one point. Before the broadcasters agree on a standard and meet together, I think you and your colleague in your industry should agree on one broadcast summit in 1 week.